explains Brexit. On the 23rd of June 2016, the British electorate voted on whether Britain should exit the European Union, a process named Brexit. Brexit supporters won with a slight margin, totaling 51.9% of the vote. Consequently, on the 29th of March 2017, the British government triggered Article 50 of the EU Treaty to leave the EU, thereby officially starting the Brexit process. But what will the withdrawal process look like, and what are its potential implications? There is a 2-year negotiation period during which EU law will continue to apply in the UK. At the same time, agreements must be reached on which laws will remain in force after that. Given the complexity of the issues in question, it may not be possible to negotiate all of the relevant issues during the short negotiation period. This creates a lot of uncertainty also in the financial markets. After all, up to 80% of EU's activity in financial market segments currently occurs in the UK. The greatest risk is that UK-based companies might lose their passporting rights to conduct business with EU clients. Without these rights, they would only receive access to the EU market under third country rules. This would restrict business with EU states. To reduce this uncertainty and to make sure they can continue to operate without barriers in the EU after the UK has left the Union, some companies are planning to relocate parts of their business to the EU, although this process is time-consuming and costly. What will the outcome of the negotiations look like? There are currently various possible scenarios. In some scenarios, the UK will remain closely linked to the EU, for example as part of the European Economic Area or through sector-specific free trade agreements. Another scenario is a hard split from the EU, in which the trade relationships between the United Kingdom and the EU might then revert to WTO rules. In such a case, the UK would be considered a third country and companies would lose their passporting rights, restricting business with the EU. It's also possible that the negotiations fail and the UK leaves the EU in 2019 without any agreement on their future cooperation. Through the uncertainty caused by Brexit, the financial markets underwent a real-life stress test on the day after the historic vote. Deutsche Börse Group and other market participants were able to prove themselves in these turbulent circumstances. The robust infrastructure and system safeguards preserved the market stability.